All right, guys, we've reached the fun part. So after all the polishing and panel wiping, whatever you guys want to do to get your surface ready, and obviously, speak with the customer, see what they want. Maybe it's a brand new car and they just want protection. So you're going to just be washing, cleaning, and coating, depending on what you're doing. I know me personally, I usually do, if they don't want any kind of paint correction, I'm still gonna do a primer polish on it. And what a primer polish is obviously it's a polish, but it's got the, the SiO2 and silica, and they kind of act as like an adhesion to kind of grab the coating. It's kind of like when you're painting a house, you put a primer down, or even painting a car. They put the primer down first, and then the actual color sticks to that, and then if you end up using a primer polish, you don't have to do the panel wipe, but if you want to feel safe, a lot of people will still kind of do like a light wipe down. The alcohol or the panel preps usually cannot remove the actual silica part that's bonded to the clear coat, but it will take out all the polishing oils given your surface. So this panel has been I did primer polish on this, Optimus primer polish on here. I corrected it to the point where it's pretty good. I mean, there's still a lot of, a couple deep rids, but I've already talked to the customer and he's 100% cool with this. So today we're gonna be using Tre, which is Hyperclean Ceramics 3-year coating. It's 2 layers with 1 application. So it's a base coat and top coat all in the same, so it's a composite coating. So as you can see, I got my 2 towels. Got my first towel to wipe off initial, and then I got my security towel, which is my second towel, to make sure I got it all off. And the reason I have this towel here is because you don't want to, put coating on here and then do one of these, because then that will leave a coating mark. The leftover coating that's on here will end up on the car, and say you forget about it, you do your whole car, you come back and you go, oh crap, where did this high spot come from? It's the stuff that's on here. So what I usually do is I'll lay a towel down, and don't put these on the windshield either, they do the same thing. So I'll lay a towel down, and then this is where my coating will sit, and this is where the applicator will sit. If you don't have a cart, if you have a cart behind you, like I have a chair here that I could use, put the coating on there. But I'm just showing you, if you don't have any of that kind of stuff, you can just do it with this. So I'm gonna crack this open. It's brand new. Shake it a little bit. And we're just gonna do just this area here. I'm finding with some of the, since this is the newer stuff, you can do bigger areas. But obviously watch your temperatures, watch your humidity levels. If you're, out in Arizona in the middle of the summer, it's 110 degrees, and you still don't do giant panels, just do kind of small stuff. So we'll get this on here, and we'll do the box. And then fill that box in. And this coating, hopefully you can see it, sweats and then gets the lines. And so you can see it right here. All the lines, that is what you want right there. So now we'll come in with our first towel. Buff that off, and it buffs off. Extremely easy. Make sure you kind of go past where you actually put the coating down, just to ensure. Now you can either flip your towel over or throw this grab your second towel, and you're gonna immediately feel the surface is extremely slick under the towel. Then just gonna kind of get slicker as you go. So we're gonna do, so we just did this area. Gonna do the rest of the hood here, and then once you start getting good, you can kind of start doing more and more bigger panels as you go. And if you got somebody with you, you can coat while that person's behind you, kind of wiping off. I don't know if you guys saw, my other guy Larry was helping me out. He was doing that, so just do a little section here. Fill the box in. Now you can coat pretty much everything on the exterior. You can use this as a glass coating if you want, trim coating. It can go on anything. So see, I'm using this time. So grab, and then you're just kind of watching right here. You can see there it goes right here. You see like the kind of sweating. So this is all ready to come off. So now we'll come in, like I said, our first towel. You also need good lighting. So luckily I'm in the shop because we did get some rain earlier, so I'll show you guys. Once again, we will draw our box. And we're just gonna fill that box in. Make sure you get everything covered. I'll do a little bit down here. And what we're looking for is not only the lines, but also the kind of beading. The lines slowly separate, and then you actually get like, you know, be a line bead, line bead, line bead, all three in there, right there. Right there, all that sweating. See how you can definitely see it sweating? Perfect. So now it's time to buff it off. So start with the first towel. And the first towel is going to get the majority of the transfer solution off. And then you just kind of come in with your second towel just to make sure you got everything. Like I was saying before, you kind of want to make sure you check the areas next to it so you don't get high spots. But also you don't need to really push down hard. I've seen a lot of guys like all their force is down on the thing, and I'm like, no, because sometimes what ends up happening is you'll push coating into like an area that you haven't done yet, and then by the time you get to that area, it's already a high spot. So you don't have to push super hard. You're really just kind of putting some force down on the towel just to glide it across the coating. And Tre actually, once you go to buff it off, your towel just like, whew, like little force is needed to get this thing to go flying. So I'll show you that. As long as you keep an eye on it, you can get away with doing an entire door with this stuff. Problem is this car is white, so it's a little harder to see, so you got to make sure you got your lights underneath the door handles. Like I said, make sure you keep an eye on pushing coating to panels you haven't done yet, or panels you already did. So you kind of wipe past. Even though we only did this door, we're gonna wipe a little past that just to make sure we got everything. First towel is done. Grab your second towel. Just to make sure we got everything. Grab your light. Now, if you do get a high spot, you'll see it. It's going to show up as those little like beads I was showing you, but they'll be kind of like almost like a gray spot. So, whole door done. So you can definitely do a whole door. You do need to keep an eye on it. So now we'll just do this door. And then I already did the roof, and then I just gotta do the front end, and we're good.